think I should go? Maybe I'll move over there to that pedestal. That's out of the way of the table.
Perspective. But yeah.
I mean, I believe that we'll all be held accountable before God for the things that we do, and it's like abortion is a terrible, terrible evil. People who like just act like it's okay, like that will be something on our conscience. We'll have to confess to God if we're not right with Him. You know? It's really serious that we ignore that. Like I understand standing for children who are being killed and murdered in another country. I really understand that, but it's like there's children in our own country too who need to be cared for. I'd encourage you to think about that.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely horrible what's happening to the children of Gaza, though. So I've been standing with them for a while. I've been learning about what was happening, like right when the genocide started 2 years ago. So that was really eye-opening for me, and it made me want to speak out and stuff. So I love that you guys are speaking up for this.
Do you think we could fight for both, though? I mean, fight for no murder children in any place at any time.
I mean, this is the organization that I'm involved in is more. It mostly focuses on what's going on in Palestine, but I'm sure there are other organizations out there that where you can do both. But absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is mainly focused on Palestine. But you are welcome to come to any other future events. Yeah. Absolutely.
May I have one of your pamphlets? Maybe.
Absolutely. Here you go.
Hey, we have two. She got one, I got one. Thank you.
Yeah.
What's your name?
My name is Avery.
I'm Alan.
It's nice to meet you.
Did you?
I'm Nadia.
Nadia?
Sometimes I'm confused.
No, you're all good. It's very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
You from Tulsa area?
I am from Tulsa.
Where'd you go to high school?
I was born and raised in Tulsa, and I've been involved with Save the Children in Gaza for a little over a month now, and I'm super involved with speaking up for Palestinians and condemning the genocide that's going on in Palestine. And when I look around and I see so many people are silent about it, it makes me so sad. So we need as many people speaking up about this as possible, I think.
Do you believe that there is like a divine judgment for those who perpetrate massacres and genocides?
Repeat that?
Do you believe that there will be like a divine judgment for those who perpetrate genocides?
By divine judgment,
like a judgment carried out by a divine figure or entity.
I mean, that is a very good question. I think what is going on, I think a lot of it has to do with ignorance and colonization, because what's going on in Palestine, Israelis are colonizing parts of Palestine, and they're illegally stealing land and murdering the children of Palestine, and it's awful. I just could not stay silent about that.
Do you think it's, I'm not trying to say there's no ignorance in play.
Right.
I think maybe it's a mix, tell me if you agree, a mix of ignorance and also a mix of malice, especially on the part of the leaders who stand to gain a lot. Do you agree?
Absolutely. I think that the politicians and the leaders are very much responsible. I mean, they're part of the reason what's going on. I mean, they're allowing this to happen, and especially the leaders in the U.S. I mean, they haven't said a word about what's going on, and they're continuing to send billions of dollars in weapons to Israel, and they're using that to murder and slaughter Palestinian children, and it's absolutely horrible. So I think, everyone is to blame. If you are silent, you should be held accountable.
I look at someone like, are you aware that Netanyahu, some time ago, might have been a couple decades ago even, was recorded in kind of a secret meeting talking about how he and his boys built Hamas so that they could delegitimize the Palestinian cause in the eyes of the world, so that Israel could then, more easily savage the Palestinian population and exploit them? Or were you aware of that?
I have not heard about that. I know that he has come. I just know that he's an evil human being, and
that's what I was getting at.
Yeah, he is a horrible human being, and he is responsible, and he should be in prison forever, honestly.
think I think Netanyahu. So we agree that Netanyahu is a super evil man.
Oh,
you know?
absolutely. I hate him.
I agree that he's a super evil guy. So one question that I have is, he's rich, he's old, he's powerful.
Right.
He'll probably die without ever coming to any court, you know?
Right.
And I wonder, have you ever thought about whether when he steps out of this life, if he will come to a judgment where he has to answer for his crimes to somebody greater than a human court?
I mean, I think that's a really good question. Honestly, I'm not too sure. I think that I want him, I believe in karma, so I think that what you put out in the universe, you'll get it. So what he's putting out in the universe, very bad stuff, I think he'll eventually get a taste of his own medicine, and he will be held accountable at some point. That's just my take on things.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. So he'll be held accountable, but like
I'm not sure, like after death. Like I'm not, you know. I think that's a really good question, but I'm just kind of neutral about it. I'm
Yeah.
not really too sure.
I hear you, and I can understand what you're saying. Like, we have to face the fact, though, that even if Netanyahu could still, you know, he could end up in prison and
Yeah.
whatever, like bad things could happen to him.
But I
However,
think,
I think we can all agree that super evil people have come and gone. You know.
Yeah, that's. I mean, even if he were to die, I mean, there's always going to be somebody who
Yeah.
will take his place, unfortunately.
Right. And think
so-
about like former Israeli prime ministers who have come and gone. You know, like Ariel Sharon, Ehud Barak, Shimon Peres. You know, these guys are dead. You know,
Right.
they were Netanyahu before Netanyahu was Netanyahu. You know,
Wow.
and they died. Maybe they weren't quite as bad, but they were bad. You know, and the point is that they died without ever coming to human judgment. You know, so my question, like for anybody to consider, would be like, I believe that there's going to be a lot of like lack of justice in this life because people die, you know, rich and powerful and comfortable, and famous, you know. Is there going to be something that happens to them after death? I follow Jesus. Jesus said very clearly throughout his word that someone like Netanyahu will actually be condemned and will suffer torment forever for
I
what
think
he has
someone
done.
like Netanyahu, yes. I mean, I do believe that. I believe that he's going to go to hell because of all the horrible stuff that he has done.
Mm-hmm.
So I do believe in that.
Oh, yeah?
I you know, like you should not be able to get away with something as horrible as that.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think
Yeah.
I think he's, you know, headed for hell. The good news is, well, there's more bad news than that. The problem is that Netanyahu has done terrible things. You and I have also sinned against God. We also deserve hell, not in the same way as Netanyahu, but we deserve hell because of what we've done. The blessings that we've been given, that we have corrupted and perverted and spurned. The good news of Jesus Christ is that the Messiah, the actual Jewish Messiah, I'm not sure that Netanyahu is actually Jewish. He says he is, but I'm not convinced. But the point is that, like, the Hebrew people, the Messiah came to rescue sinners, Hebrew and non-Hebrew, like us, like white people, you know? Jesus Christ came to rescue sinners from the wrath of God that we deserve. And that's really good news because I know that I can't overcome the bad that I've done in this life, you know? And I don't want to undergo the condemnation and the wrath of God. Jesus offers forgiveness and freedom from sin and from the wrath and the punishment that we deserve. And if you've never thought about that, I just wanted to encourage you to think about it and to pursue the matter and to read the Gospels.
Of course. I will definitely give that a read. I really appreciate
Appreciate
it.
that.
I have to contact
Okay.
my mom.
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you.